Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going here, and today we're going to take a look at the 4Sevens Maelstrom X7. Ever since we took a look at one of these with David from 4Sevens a couple months ago at the SHOT Show, we've been having a lot of questions about these. So they have production on these, we have these in stock. Let's take an in-depth look. Let's open up the packaging, show you what you get on the inside. Obviously you get a flashlight. It'd be kind of disappointing if you pulled one of these out and didn't get a flashlight, so put that to the side. As with all the 4Sevens lights except for the S12 right now. Comes with a battery, so you get a couple of the CR123s in there. Nice piece of white cardboard. Holster. Just pop that open, show you what you get on the inside of there. Lanyard, and a couple other parts that people always ask what these are for, so I will tell you. This, if you want to remove the stainless steel bezel, you can put this on here. It's just anodized black aluminum like the rest of the light. If you're in a tactical situation, or if you just don't like the strike bezel, or you just want all black, you can remove the stainless steel that comes on there by default, put this one on there. This ring right here is if you want to remove this anti-roll or combat grip, whatever you want to call that ring, you can remove that, you can remove the clip, either or both, and put this ring on here and it'll have more of a smooth body across it. Instructions, warranty information. Let's take a look at the light itself. So physically, it's pretty close to the Maelstrom G5. Some very minor differences. Let's see if we can zoom in so you can get a better idea of what those are. You'll see that the head a little bit shorter on the X7. So a tiny bit shorter, and then the reflector is not quite as deep as it is on the G5. So larger LED, not quite as deep of a reflector. The X7 is not made to throw like the G5 is. You're still going to get really solid throw out of it. Not quite like you will like the G5. The X7 is going to have a substantially larger hotspot, and it's going to be made more for just lighting up everything in front of you. We'll show you that in a little while, how that does. Set the G5 to the side again. Show you the operation of the X7. Pull the head off real quick, just to show you something real quick. How it changes modes is you see these pins down in here. They're different lengths. So the different lengths, as you unscrew it, will make contact with this right here, the body of the flashlight, and that's how it knows how to change modes. That said, this diameter of this hole is not large enough to stick batteries in. So if you're sticking batteries in, you got to do it from the other end. Let's put the head back on, take the tail cap off. There's the inside of the light and the tail cap, and we're going to stick an 18650 battery in there, just one of the Trustfire 18650s that we sell. It'll also obviously take two CR123s. Tail cap back on, show you the operation of the light. Tail switch on the back, lightly press it, you have momentary. Press it until it clicks and you have constant on. As long as you're hitting that switch, it's not going to change modes on you. If you do want to change modes, what you do is you just loosen the head. You see you have strobe, there's your SOS, and then the last one is a beacon flashing mode. Now, you have a secondary mode group. It defaults to that. They call that the tactical mode group, I believe, because they assume that a tactical person will want to have quick access to the max output and then the strobe. If you want to use this as more of a general use kind of light, you just want no flashing modes, what you need to do is switch into the other mode group. So what you do is you loosen and tighten the head. I believe it's 4 times. It looked like it was 3 times that time, so maybe it is 3 times. I probably should read the instructions before I do these videos. But you'll see now that when you loosen the head, what it's doing is dropping into different outputs all the way down to their moonlight mode of 0.2 lumens. So you have 4 different outputs instead of the max output and the 3 flashing modes. I'm going to turn the exposure down really low, and we're going to pull out the G5 just so you can get a better idea of the difference in the beam without being outside. Alright, G5 is going to be on the left, X7 on the right. There's the G5 beam, there's the X7 beam. So you can see the hotspot on the X7 significantly larger. On max output, the center of it's not going to be quite as bright as it is on the G5, but it's going to light up more at once. And we're going to take these outside and show you the difference between those two, how they do outside. let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, we're out here with the Maelstroms, and we're going to be comparing them to the big 40 mag light that I always use. So let's try that mag light out first, see how it does. Little bush about 15 feet away, tree out there at 100 feet, zoom in on that. As you can see, lights up the tree, not really a whole else out around it, and doesn't really do a great job of lighting up the tree. Alright, let's try out those Maelstroms, see how they do. This is going to be the X7 first. Whole lot of light coming out of that. You can see nice hot spot, nice really large hot spot. It lights up pretty much the entire tree, and the spill on this is great too, so it'll light up a lot around what you're shining it at, not just what you're shining it at. 15 feet, no problem, of course. There's your 100 feet. Let's go through the different outputs so you can see them real quick. And the lowest one, it is on, but of course it's not going to do any kind of distance. There it is on the max output again. Zoom in on that a little bit better. Alright, so that's the X7. This is going to be the G5. This is one of the ones with the S2 LED. You can see more focused beam on that. So it's going to be brighter at a distance. You're going to have better throw, but definitely more focused. You're not going to be lighting up as much at once. Shine that around just a little bit. Let's put them side by side. So G5 is going to be on the right, X7 on the left. You can see pretty dramatic difference in the size and just overall makeup of the beams. Alright, let's try these out at a distance. Alright, so this is the distance shot that I like to use. We have about 100 yards to work with. Mag light up first. There's the house at about 50 yards. Tree in the front yard at 100 yards. Can't really go out to 100 yards. Let's try out those Maelstroms and see how they do. This is going to be the X7 first. You can see, zoom in on that a little bit. Still pretty good throw on it. Like I said, it's not really made for throw, but at 100 yards, still lights up that tree really well. You can see all the details really well, and it'll be able to do further than that if you needed to. And obviously at 50 yards, no problem for it at all. I'll show you the different outputs real quick. Of course, the lower ones aren't going to be doing a whole lot at those kind of distances, but there is light coming out of the light. On high, though, 100 yards, no problem. Try out the G5. You can see the difference. This guy is definitely made for throw, a lot more concentrated. Hotspot's brighter, so at a distance, even though the hotspot is smaller, you'll be able to go further distances with the G5. Let's do them side by side real quick so you can see the difference side by side. So that's the X7 on the left, G5 on the right. Shine them around a little bit. So there you go. That is the 4Sevens new Maelstrom X7 with that CREE XM-L LED, and then the G5 Maelstrom. If you like them, you can get them from us at goinggear.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach us in the comments or at goinggear.com. And if you like the video, be sure to subscribe. We do stuff like this all the time.